Hello everyone, this is Deve, and this video is going to be in English, as I promised. I'll custom once in a while. So this video is going to be about Carthage. This video is not based on the battle from the current tournament Master of Carthage, but it's kind of related, because the purpose of this tournament was to reveal the different sides of the faction of Carthage, and I hoped that players would use different kind of builds, elephants, pikes, sacred bands, which are elite spears, etc. But what I observe actually that most players spam so-called meta army for Carthage, which consists of 4 peltasts, 2 elite swords, 3 mid-tier swords, and whatever they feel they prefer to add to the army. I was wondering why, and I and Bobby decided to test whether other compositions of army for Carthage stand any chance against meta armies. So we played mirror matches against each other, and those matches should show us whether a meta army exists for Carthage or not. So for the first battle, Bobby goes for meta army, and let me introduce his army composition. So this is a typical meta army for Carthage. 4 Libyan peltasts. Then we have Libyan hoplites and 1 late Libyan hoplite. Then we have cavalry, which is Carthaginian cavalry, 4 of them, and 1 scutari, mercenary scutari. And then, as I mentioned, there will be 2 Libyan infantry, which are mid-tier swords. Then we have noble fighter, which is elite sword, another noble fighter, which is elite sword, and then we have some knights, which is a mid-tier sword, a great mid-tier sword. And we have general, which is bodyguard. So this is a typical meta. Everyone spam this army. So whenever they pick this army, they win, and if player picks something else, they usually lose in this tournament, which is Master of Carthage. So I decided to try Balearic Kite against this meta army. So my army consists of again late Libyan hoplites and 4 Libyan hoplites. Then we have three merchant Balearic slingers. And then we have swords which are Libyans, some knights, so 3 some knights, 1 Libyan, 1 mercenary noble fighter. And cavalry are Carthaginian cavalry, 4, and 2 scutaris, and general bodyguard. So let armies approach each other. So as you can see, I need to realize the potential of these Balearic slingers. I need to use them at theirs as much as possible. This is my only chance to win, because I have one less elite sword, and I don't have these great units, which are Libyan peltasts. Let me introduce those guys. They are kind of cheat unit. They are completely mispriced. First of all, they are medium weight missile infantry. That means medium cavalry cannot kill them with 1 charge. Moreover, it cannot kill them with 2 or 3 charges because of their morale. Also, they are so great in melee so that they kill cheap spears. Sorry. So, okay, I'll continue later about them, but for now, let's see how I develop. Uh, how it develops here. So here Bobby tried to charge my slingers, but I intercepted with my hoplites. Now I charge his hoplites, and I use my hoplites. So what I'm trying to play my strong flank where I have noble fighters. So I'm trying to engage here so that I can use my noble fighters while his noble fighters are not engaged. In the meantime, I'm focusing his noble fighters with my Balearics. He sees this and he moves them back. Now I intercept charge of Libyan infantry, and I send my noble fighters as a support. So everything looks great for me. I keep trying to focus his fighters, but they're out of the range for my Balearics. I usually turn off fire at will on my skirmishers so that I can focus fire. Important units I don't really want to fire at Libyan hoplites. Here I am I keep trying to win this flank, but Bobby keeps sending reinforcement units. His Libyan infantry already depleted from that charge of my noble fighters, but I'm pulling them out. I want to cycle it here. So I got engagement that I wanted. I engaged with my strong flank. I'm focusing noble fighters with my Balearics. I tried to charge, but seems like my charge didn't really work against the Libyans with my Sam Knights. Here I will do nice rear charge, but Bobby sees it and will try to intercept, I assume. Yeah, he tries to intercept. And he sends reinforcement, as we see, so he plays well. So he understands that it's better to send reinforcements than try to play his strong flank, because it's too late to develop attack here. So he tries to save his flank from being overwhelmed. My Balearic keep focusing noble fighters. Now it's different unit. And I'll send another cavalry for rear charge. So I'm desperately trying to win this flank. Now there is a now this interesting thing about Rome 2, sometimes charges do not work. So here it was supposed to be good charge, but it didn't really work. So my Sam Knights are still doing fine here. I'm focusing his noble fighters. It works. They're already losing because of this focus fire by Balearics. Bobby keeps sending reinforcement. Uh, it's another unit of Carthaginian cavalry. So this battle is very positional, which is very good for me because I can use my Balearics. Let's see what these great units are doing. Bobby disabled fire at will, I guess, so his Libyan Peltasts do not fire. This Libyan Peltast already in melee, so they are fighting against some Knight Warriors. And slowly I'm winning this flank. Soon it should be over here. But Bobby actually wins center, and I don't have any reinforcement here to cover the center. There is a gap, and he can start attacking me here, so I need to start sending cavalry to intercept this. Basically the massive attack. Bobby sees this gap and he sends cavalry, he sends our Libyan hoplites first. I do one charge, intercept everything with one cavalry, send another cavalry. No, I do not send another cavalry here. But here I still cannot win the flank, and Bobby starts fighting with his Libyan peltasts. So what's nice about Libyan peltasts again, you see they were in melee. They are fine, they have strength, but now he can keep sending them, intercept charges with them. That's why this unit is so great. Basically, it's extension of the infantry line. Here my charge didn't really work. Got intercepted by noble fighters. But I managed to pull out my noble fighters and I can do a cycle charge into his noble fighters. My Sam Knights under heavy fire of Libyan peltasts. So I won this flank, but it took me so long, so it's no longer relevant, because he defeated my center where I had to use cavalry, so that he couldn't proceed to my skirmishers. And now he keep pushing me with his Libyan hoplites. But it's still winnable for me if I can use my Balearics. But he kept pushing with his Libyan peltasts. You see how great morale of those guys is. 17-16 man unit can keep pushing my army. It's basically pushing and pushing, and it doesn't let me shoot. Here I do nice rear charge against his noble fighters. I'm going to finish them off. My Libyan infantry is still holding out 3 units of Bobby here. But here I cannot really pull out my Balearics. Bobby doesn't let me shoot. I have a massive advantage in cavalry, but I need to use my cavalry to intercept his infantry. And now another unit of Libyan Peltas, which Bobby seems to, yeah, he seems like he was using it as a reserve unit, and he's not firing with it. So I managed to defeat his cavalry here, and now I can pull out my Balearics and start firing. But here Bobby defeated my Libyans, and he has all this infantry available to keep pushing me. I'm going to use whatever left from my general to stop the rush. And Balearics rout this Libyan hoplite with focus fire. And yeah, and I keep throwing my cavalry to stop his rush. But he still has too many cavalry for me to defeat my Balearics. So I intercept this unit. But two of these can basically go around and charge my Balearics. But he preferred to do a rear charge, probably a smart move. And it's about to be over for me. So I intercept this charge. But this cavalry is not tied down, so he can move around and attack my Balearics. I guess we can use second speed. Because it's over. Even though balance of power is a half and half, because I have a half full Balearics, but now they're about to be dead. One calf charge, pull through another calf charge. And Balearics are not any stronger than regular slingers to calf charges. They have a little bit higher morale, but that's pretty much it. So one unit, which is like third strength, rout three of them. While these guys, Libyan Peltas, are so resistant to calf charges. So let's see. In my army, which lost, so I tried use non-meta army, Balearic Kite. So my Balearics did okay, one didn't do okay, but it's still it's still okay, I would say, but not enough definitely to win the fight. My cavalry did okay except one unit. My Libyan, well, I never count kills on mid-shield units, but my elite sword did excellent, and my other swords did okay. So there is nothing wrong with them. So I don't think I have single unit except this cavalry unit that crapped bad. But let's see what meta army did. Cavalry did okay, and this unit did excellent because it caught my slingers. Let's take a look at these guys. So two units are completely full. This unit didn't take part in a battle at all. This unit 107 kills, 55 kills, 56 kills, and they cost less than Balearics, and you don't need to protect them. That's why these units are so great. Basically, if you count infantry in this meta army, 10 infantry plus 4 peltas, which actually act as an extension of your infantry line. Mid-shield doesn't really matter what they did, and swords did actually worse than my swords. As you can see, noble fighters elite swords didn't do well. They are supposed to kill at least 200 to be cost effective, and the Libyan infantry again didn't do really well, and only some knight did well. But these guys completely made up for the mistake with infantry made by Bobby. So despite me getting engagement that I wanted, I still couldn't win the fight because these guys are so much more effective than Balearics, and they cost less, which allows Bobby to bring another noble fighter. So he had two elite swords while I had only one. So this was the result of first match, meta Carthage against non-meta Carthage. Let's take a look at another battle. Uh, Bobby plays with non-meta Carthage and I take meta. Bobby took really strange build for Carthage. I don't know what kind of weed Bobby smokes, but he is able to produce so weird builds. It's hard to imagine. Let's take a look at his build. So it's his build consists of 4 Libyan hoplites, 4 African pikemen, uh, Libyan javelin man, Libyan peltast, Libyan peltasts. So 2 javelin men and 2 peltasts. 1 Balearic, Carthaginian cavalry, 4 of them, 2 noble fighters here, 1 we cannot see, and general. So really, really weird army. And I use the same meta that Bobby used that I used in previous battle. So now I use meta army. 5 Libyan hoplites, 2 noble fighters, 3 medium mid-tier swords, and 4 Libyan peltasts, 4 Carthaginian cavalry, 1 Scutari. So typical Carthaginian meta. As you can see, let's see it from Bobby side, from his point of view. So it's going to be against Pike army. I'm going to move part of my army to the flank. I guess we'll use second speed. Yeah, this army is really weird. He uses only 2 swords instead of 5 allowed by rules. And let's see how pikes will do in this battle. Well, this army, I don't think this army stand any chance against any army with 5 swords. But anyway, it's fun to see how meta is gonna do against pike build. Yeah, because Carthaginian pikes are not really cost effective, they are kinda too expensive. Here he moves on his pikes, activate pike wall, and I play as AI because I'm going to charge pikes. Here there was no really reason to do so, but again I play like AI. I start attack from all directions. Here I charge pikes. No, I don't charge pikes. At least here I didn't charge pikes. Here I play like AI again. So it's typical fight between pike army and non-pike army. Again I play like AI and Bobby get free charge of my cavalry. So I do everything to lose this battle. Everything possible. But these guys are going to save me anyways. They are killing pike unit already at its third because of peltast fire. I find this gap and I attack his javelins so that they don't fire at me. I keep playing like AI. Oh no, this unit actually was engaged, so I didn't do bad there. But here I have whole unit of Libyan hoplites doing nothing. Basically, my army is winning it for me. I don't need to do much. I only need to kill basically his African pikemans and these guys, these noble fighters. And pikemans are gonna be shot by peltasts. All peltasts are still alive, and they're going to fight in melee. And the interesting thing about this battle, I recall that at some point I had to be away from keyboard because someone knocked on my door, but it didn't change outcome. As you can see, I have so many troops on battlefield. It's not even contest. I don't really need to control them much. All Peltasts are alive, and they can fight with noble fighters. One Peltast is holding them, and two other Peltasts are shooting at those noble fighters. So this battle speaks for itself. Basically, pikes are not an option for Carthaginian army. And it's over. So I don't know if it's worth looking at what my army showed. So it's typical. So this typical meta army. But if you see what Libyan Peltasts showed, you can notice that number of kills and that two units are still alive. And the thing is that those units was focusing only pikes and swords. So all those kills are pikes or swords. That's how effective those guys are, and they are so resistant to cuff charges. They are so good at melee. So this basically one of the best units in the game. And they cost again, they cost like Greek Peltast, but they are so much better than Greek Peltast. If you look at Bobby's army, so again, these guys compare the performance of Libyan Peltasts with the performance of more expensive unit of Balearic Slingers. 124 and 44 against 37. So this result speaks for itself. His pikeman actually did pretty well because I was playing like AI. I was charging his pikes with my swords frontally in the beginning of the battle. So that's why they got so many kills. So this pikes was killed by Peltast fire. His noble fighters, one didn't do well, but one did excellent. And cavalry, only one unit crapped bad. Other cavalry played pretty well. I mean, okay-ish. The same about my cavalry. So this battle again demonstrates the power of these guys and the power of meta Carthaginian army against non-meta army. So the conclusion is basically if you want to win the battle, take meta army, and your meta army is supposed to have 4 Libyan peltasts. Any deviation from this meta army decrease your chances of winning. But the thing is, this meta army is so boring to play, so I cannot stand it. So if you want to win, take meta army. If you want to have fun, take Balearic. One thing I wanted to add is that the purpose of this video was not to show how strong Carthage is or something like that. I wanted to show how one mispriced unit of Libyan peltasts completely eliminate another classes of units like elite skirmishers, for example, or elite spears, because you got to invest into these guys because they're so cost effective, and if you invest into them, you basically eliminate other gameplays. That's the downside. And why they are so cost effective? Because their weight class is medium. Again, they are so resistant to cuff charges because of that. Their melee stats are much higher than melee stats of Greek peltasts, and their morale is higher. If you look at Greek peltasts, which cost the same, or light peltasts cost even more, you will see that their melee stats are lower, and their morale is lower, and their weight class is light. That means they are less resistant to cuff charges. That's why this unit is completely mispriced. It's kind of cheat unit because it allows you to extend your infantry line and play rush. Basically dictate you to play rush. And this is a kind of, I think this is the most boring gameplay. And when I hosted this tournament, I thought we would have all kind of gameplays from elite skirmishing to elephant rushes. Instead, we see this boring rush with 4 Libyan peltasts. So that's the sad part about this unit. But this is how game was developed. We cannot change it, and that's the fact that Carthage has a meta which beats any other comparable Carthaginian armies. So with this, I conclude my video. Bye bye.